Have you ever gazed at a glass of water and wondered, what if this isn't just a glass of H2O, but a reflection of everything I feel inside? And what if the way I treat myself, the words I say to myself, the beliefs I carry about who I am, what if they actually show up in the very cells of my body? Today on I Love Me, the podcast, we're diving into the work of Japanese researcher Dr. Masaru Emoto and his water crystal experiments. But then we're going deeper, much deeper, into how this visual science offers us a mirror pointing straight to our relationship with ourselves. Because water doesn't just reflect, it responds. And you, around 70% water by the way, are soaking in your own thoughts all day long. So, if you're ready to see your self-love journey in a whole new light, grab yourself a glass of water and let's go.
Love, 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 I love me.
Simple, inspiring lessons in self-love. Hello, watery being. It's Tamara here. You may have seen the images. Frozen water crystals photographed under a microscope, each one forming a completely different shape depending on what the water had been exposed to. In Dr. Masaru Emoto's experiments, water that was labelled love or thank you formed stunning, symmetrical, snowflake-like crystals. Balanced, harmonious, whole. But water exposed to words like, I hate you, or you fool, those crystals, when frozen, appeared distorted, jagged, fragmented, almost as if something inside them had gone into defense mode. Dr. Emoto was exploring how energy, we're talking words, thoughts, music, intention, how those things affect water. He would tape different words onto bottles, expose them to different environments, freeze the samples, and photograph the crystals that formed. Now, it's important to say this with honesty and humility. Dr. Emoto's work isn't universally accepted in conventional science. The experiments weren't always double-blind or tightly controlled. And that's okay, because what this work gives us, even if we hold it gently, is something incredibly powerful. A tangible example of how energy affects form. And here's where it gets even more fascinating. Dr. Emoto discovered that when water was labelled thank you, it didn't matter what language it was written in. Japanese, English, German, French, the water still formed beautiful, symmetrical crystals. The meaning carried the frequency, not the letters themselves. Let that land. Gratitude as a state of being translated across language, culture, and symbol, and the water responded the same way. Which points to something profound. Gratitude isn't just a thought, it's a frequency. And when water receives that frequency, it moves toward coherence. I talk more about the healing power of gratitude in episode 29. Could practicing gratitude make you a happier person? Now, remember this part. The human body is approximately 70% water. So what happens when your internal water is bathed in gratitude, not just once, but regularly? What happens when your inner dialogue shifts from criticism to appreciation, from pressure to presence, from thoughts of I'm not enough to thank you for carrying me this far? Your body listens. Your cells respond. Your nervous system softens. This is where self-love stops being conceptual and becomes physiological. Every time you tell yourself, I'm failing, I'm not where I should be in life, I'm stupid, there's something wrong with me, you're sending that vibration through your internal water. And just like those distorted crystals, you start to feel it. Tight, heavy, on edge, disconnected. But when gratitude enters, even quietly, it starts to reorganize how our cells communicate and interact with each other. Now, gratitude doesn't mean pretending everything is peachy. It means acknowledging what is with kindness. Thank you, body, for breathing. Thank you for getting me through today. Thank you for staying even when it's hard. That frequency encourages coherence. And coherence is the state where the body can heal, regulate, and restore. The state required to move our body out of illness and into health. I go into depth on what it means to come into a coherent state and how you can do this in episode 24, Heartfelt Wisdom, Tapping into the Power of the Heart Brain. This is why practices like gratitude journaling, loving self-talk, and mindful present aren't just fluffy add-ons. They are biological cues of safety. They tell your body you're not under attack anymore. It's safe to relax. Now, let's bring this into real life. If you keep finding yourself in relationships where you feel unseen or unworthy, it's often because your inner water has been holding that belief. Life simply mirrors the frequency you're carrying. If you're stuck in work that drains you or keeps you small, it's rarely because you lack ability. It's often because your internal message has been, this is all I deserve. And when it comes to health, especially issues that don't respond easily to surface level fixes, the body may be asking for something deeper than control or correction. It may be asking for love. Not force, not fixing, not blame. Love. So here's the reframe I want you to hear clearly today. Your problems are not punishments. They're mirrors. We talked all about this in episode 91, How to Solve All Your Problems in Life. Just like freezing the water revealed hidden distortions in its structure, life's challenges reveal the places where love hasn't fully reached yet. So instead of asking, what's wrong with me? Try asking, what part of me needs love and appreciation right now? That's where healing actually begins. Now let's make it practical. Tomorrow morning, when you pour yourself a glass of water, pause, hold it, feel it, and gently say out loud or in your mind, thank you. Thank you for nourishing me. Thank you for supporting my healing. Not because the water is magic, but because you are, and your body listens. So before you drink water, whisper it words of appreciation and love. Set an intention. Be grateful for that cup of water and all it can do for you. Then do the same practice for yourself. Throughout the day, notice how you speak to yourself. Notice the labels you use, the tone, the pressure you place upon yourself. And when you catch yourself being harsh, don't shame it. Just soften and choose again. Because every loving thought you think, every compassionate word you speak, every belief you gently rewrite is like relabeling the jar. And over time, your inner water responds. Your body responds. Your relationships respond. Your whole life responds. I have a water filter sitting on my bench at home, and I've stuck a piece of paper to it that reads, "Thank you. I love you," for this very reason. I want the water going into my vessel that essentially creates my body to be infused with loving intention. If I find myself struggling to come back to center or coming down with a cold, I repeat that little mantra to myself over and over again. Thank you. I love you. And honestly, I feel that shift in my body. This is where back in episode 77, we talked about the magic of mantras. Now we can see how saying positive statements to ourselves actually does create physiological shifts in the body and calms our nervous system so we can feel more at peace with life. So the next time you take a sip of water, remember this: that glass is not separate from you. It's a reflection. And the next time life presents you with a challenge, know this: it's not the end of your story. It's an invitation into deeper love. Because self-love is tangible. It's the vibration that reshapes your inner world and, by extension, your outer one. And if you're ready to do that deeper work, to uncover the beliefs stored in your body, to soften the inner environment, and to let your life flow from a place of worth, I'd love to support you. You'll find the links in the show notes to both my one-on-one intensive and my Remarkable Relationship Self-Study course. Both of these programs teach you how to reprogram your beliefs, release stuck emotions, and shift your thinking patterns so you can be mentally and physically healthier, but also so you can live a more aligned life that is true to who you are at your core. Simply go to my website, gettingnaked.com.au, or take a peek at the links in the show notes. And also know that if you do enroll in any of my programs, a percentage of profits go to planting trees, so together we can re-robe Mother Earth. I'll leave you with these words from Dr. Emoto. Water is the mirror that has the ability to show us what we cannot see. It is the blueprint for our reality, which can change with a single positive thought.